Welcome to Travel with Danny and MJ. I'm Mary Jane.
And I'm Danny. We're traveling the world with just carry-ons and a backpack each.
We have made it to Peru. It's 11 o'clock at night. We just took a walk out on the Malecón, which is kind of their boardwalk here along the Pacific Ocean. There's the pier down near our Airbnb, and then out across and off in the distance is the Cruz del Papa. I guess they created it for the Pope at some point. We're here in Miraflores, Lima, Peru. Okay, the park, the 7th of June park is commemorating the Battle of Arica from 1880. Peruvian soldiers defended the country valiantly. It's just after Christmas, so there's still a nativity scene here. It's a Saturday, and there's a kind of an art market going on here. Some really, really beautiful things. If we still had a wall to put a painting on, we might be interested, but since we are now without a home, just traveling, we can just admire the art. Some beautiful flower garden here in the 7th of June park. They're doing a lot of work, so it looks like they're changing over the flowers in the park right now. So this is the church of the Virgen Milagrosa, the Miraculous Virgin, I believe is the translation of that. Not so old like a lot of the churches we see. It's built in 1930, so less than 100 years ago. This is the interior of the church of the Virgen Milagrosa. Afternoon here, walking down the Malecón, Miraflores, looking out over the Pacific Ocean. It's gonna be sunset soon. Maybe we'll get a good sunset. They're on New Year's Eve and they're launching lanterns. Hard to see what that is. Launching lanterns here on New Year's Eve. And there's some fireworks going on. It's New Year's Eve. Ready for 2025. Big crowd here in this park. Down below the Malecón, heading out to right on the beach. It's a cloudy day, but it's sunset time, but not much of a sunset. The stairs down to the beach. It's going to be a long hike back up. All the way down to the beach. There's the pier with the restaurant on it. There's a surfer statue. It's a big surfing beach. Rocky outcropping where people are going out for pictures and stuff. Wow, that was a good shot. Lots of rocks on the beach. And then, if you can tell from here, but there's a bunch of people out there trying to surf. Mostly just floating on their boards, but once in a while I see one of them get up and ride away. We're having dinner at a restaurant that just overlooks these ruins here in the Miraflores part of Lima, and we're gonna take a tour here later and learn more about the ruins. So now this is these ruins. We're still at the dinner. This is nighttime. They illuminate them. It's really, really pretty. They have little figurines. I don't know if you can even see that maybe from before, but those are the actual size of the people who lived here back then, which their heights were, the men were like 5'2" and 5 foot 2 inches, and women were like 4'11" or so. But this structure was built around 450 to 650 AD. and over the years has had many uses as a ceremonial place, as a burial place for warriors and things like that. We're here at the ruins of Huaca Pucllana. Probably not saying that right. But it is a very old set of ruins here just in the Miraflores section of Lima. The side of the ruins has a museum, small museum, just with artifacts that they discovered here, of the cultures that use this. The ruins were first created around 450 AD and have been were worked on until about 650 by the initial culture, the Lima culture, and then they passed on that culture or that governance, and then it was another culture used it for a burial ground for a few hundred years, and then finally another culture, Ixma, used it in around 1100 or so, also for ceremonial purposes. This is not Inca site. This is a pre-Inca site. More than 1,000 years ago was created. More than 2,000, or about 2,000 years ago. This is the view at the top of the pyramid. Walking along, heading north along the Pacific from our Airbnb. Here we're entering what's called the Parque del Amor. Lots of these mosaics, different romantic sayings on them. Places to sit, like love seats sort of. And there's a big statue of two lovers lying, sharing a moment. Couple of birds on their feet. Nice sitting area overlooking the Pacific. One of these locks walls with lots and lots of locks. When you've been here for a while, it looks like they're kind of rusty and corroded from the sea air. Mosaics with the sayings go all the way around to the end. We come upon it's kind of the Dunkin' Donuts of Lima, in terms of there's so many of them. This is called beso francés. For French kisses, they make crepes. So this is called the Puerto de Miraflores, which is where, and there's nobody's doing it right now, but it's where people will launch off in paragliders and float down towards the water. This is also where we hung out for New Year's Eve. So this walk over the water called the Malecón really goes for miles and miles along the coast here, between different neighborhoods like Miraflores and Barranco and San Isidro, which is the next one over. It's really, quite a nice place to hang out and have a stroll. So this is the Faro de la Marina. Faro is a word for lighthouse. I don't know if it's a functioning lighthouse, but it's definitely a symbol in the park. So there's not sure if it's think it's Chinese or Japanese. Little park here. Chinese, I guess. It's got pandas in it. So it is the Parque Chino, so Chinese park of Miraflores. Motocross for bicycles kind of thing over there, dirt tracks, and then a skateboard park right here. Pretty fun place to be a kid. Just more pretty park right all along the water in Miraflores. Really nice, beautiful places to be, overlooking the Pacific. We're in the restaurant La Mar. Fish decorations. Very famous chef Gaston. And getting some ceviche here. Back down to the all the way down to the shore, down from Miraflores. You can see all the different surf schools here and people out there learning how to surf. I'm sure there are just some regular surfers out there as well. Taking a little stroll right along the shore, right along the ocean. This beach, if you want to call it a beach, is very rocky. It doesn't look comfortable, but some people are out and enjoying it. It's a little hazy right now, cloudy, but it's warm. There's the Malecón in Miraflores. You can see the faro, the lighthouse that we walked by. Pretty steep cliff. We've reached one of the points to go back up. We're gonna go back up. We're just getting the final shot down here. I think we'll come back tomorrow. Check it out a little more. See if we get any good surfer shot. On our way back up. The last part of this walk is through a pretty tree-lined path. I think this tree, I don't know what kind of tree it is, but it's like the branches are facing upward. Along the Malecón, there was like lots of viewpoints to stop along, and right here is a place called the Buena Vista Cafe, which has Buena Vistas. So I went searching for a post office to mail some postcards, and I came upon this street that is just full of markets with artisan work. Here's the Inca Plaza. Going back down to the water again. It's our last day in Lima. All the surfers in their surfing school. All the surfing schools right along here. A lady, we've been looking at this place for a month, and we finally got down to see the pier.
Yep, our apartment is up there.
And then over there is the Loch Armagh shopping center we've been going to a few times. Some more surfers. Just had a drink here on the pier. Gonna head back out. Some birds and a crab crawling along the rocks there. Tons of crabs down here. It's really colorful. these birds, they have this white feather above their eye. We made it all the way down to the rock beach.
We did.
What do you think, lady?
Finally. It's great. The rocks are so weathered. They're just beautiful shapes and colors.
And a paraglider up there. It's the place where we saw New Year's Eve.
Hello! Welcome to our Lima apartment. We are in the Miraflores area, which is beautiful. And this is where we've been living for the past month. Beautiful entryway. Here's our dining area. Very comfortable by the windows. The main living room, I guess. I'll show you the bedroom and then I'll show you the other living area. So here's, I guess, the primary bedroom. Lots of storage, TV, overlooks the laundry area, which I'll show you, but great screens and blinds and stuff around here. So this has been great. Welcome to the kitchen, which right now has some dirty dishes because there's a water problem. Good sized refrigerator. We're getting down to the end here, so there's not too much food in there. And we've had nearly everything we need. Just no toaster, but the oven works for that. And here's the laundry area and the room we lovingly call the outhouse, which certainly comes in handy when you need another toilet.
Washer and dryer.
Washer and dryer, which has been great. We weren't expecting the dryer, so that really comes in handy when you're wearing the same clothes over and over and over. Okay, bathroom's really nice. Everything we could need. It's very, it's great. It's good size, comfortable. All right, then come this way. Here's the second living room and second bedroom, which is a little hard to get the full take on it right now, but there's glass doors. Once again, we're subterranean. There's the street level. There's cement, I don't even know what you would call that, kind of like rungs. And we never once sat outside. There's no chairs. We stepped outside though. So this is nice because regular large TV, couch. This was our second bedroom when we needed it. And another comfortable room. I hope you enjoyed this brief tour of our Lima apartment. We have enjoyed it for the past month and I would highly recommend it. And on that, thank you for traveling with Danny and MJ.
Thanks
for traveling with Danny and MJ. We look forward to seeing you on our next adventure.